Hi guys, welcome back to 10-minute reviews. As again, you guys notice I'm in front of our other set of bookshelves. We've got the kid here again, so gotta be careful where and when I can film so I don't wake him up. So for today, I want to talk about book 2 of one of the authors that we have already reviewed and talked about. Actually, one of the more popular videos we've had. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, guys. Please, 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 please. This is our family channel, a passion project, so the more support we can get, the better. As always, I'm going to talk about 4 things. I'm going to talk about the world, I'm going to talk about the characters, I'm going to talk about the plot, and I'm going to talk about the writing style. So, what am I talking about today? Battlemaster Skirmish. Battlemaster Skirmish by Nathan Pierce. Now, Battlemaster's Gambit by Nathan Pierce has actually turned out to be our most popular video to date on this channel. And I'd read it a long time ago. Well, I can't say that. I mean, it's only been out like a year, but I read it a while ago. You know, 100 books ago or more. And so returning to it was fun. I tried to reread it, but I had some issues with my Kindle. It's my device that's having problems with that one. But book 2, however, opened up without problem. So starting out, let's talk about the world. So the world of Battlemaster Skirmish is basically an RPG gamelit type of world, kind of a video game kind of world. In fact, it is a game. It absolutely is a game. You know, they have game masters. They have rules that they must go by. He has a home base that he can teleport to, his nexus. And overall, it's kind of your standard fantasy-ish, Middle Ages adjacent world. You know, it's you know, swords and sorcery kind of thing, but you add in your elves and your dwarves and your gnolls and your gnomes and all that, and of course, naturally, all of your various beast kin, your anthropomorphic animals, that get quite fascinating. Quite fascinating, especially, I mean, he throws a great Trash Panda joke in there that's hilarious. As far as the characters go, there's a lot of characters in this book. The main character, Andric, is the Earthling, the human that is part of this game. Now, Earthlings are not very popular as players in this game. Obviously, it covers a lot of worlds, or alternate worlds, realities, whatever it may be. So he does hide that, because typically the human players or the Earth players end up becoming the most evil. But he's the main character, and he's got a very interesting class in that he himself, while he does have an augmented body, he himself does not necessarily get stronger as he levels up. Instead, it's more his class that allows him to equip items that raises his functional level, and he can level up those items. Now, those items are also people, his summons. He is a Battlemaster or a summoner, and of course, those summons are women, and of various types: a scorpion woman, an orc woman, a succubus, so on and so forth. You know, so that's where you kind of get your standard harem lit stuff involved with it. Now, plot-wise, this is where it gets interesting. First off, I'm going to say that I'm actually going to fairly quickly just dismiss the harem side of the plot line for a couple of different reasons. It doesn't overwhelm the book, but there's a lot of characters. There's a lot of women in there. To me, as my, you know, fantasy-ish, you know, through, you know, men's fantasy kind of thing, through these particular books, it's actually a little too much for me. Like, it would scare me. So, you know, it's just too many to me, for my personal tastes. But that's also not why I read these books. I talk about how if I took those pages out, would you have a fantastic book? In this case, abso-freaking-lutely. I almost made it back to work late a couple of times because I got so caught up in reading this book, because I wanted to find out what's going to happen next. So Andric has decided to move on. From book 1, he started out in almost like a starter area, made friends with a troll tribe, ended up being unofficially adopted into the tribe, expanded out his nexus into a base. He's got a pet rhino, or battle unicorn as he calls it. He's got a leather worker and that lives and works in his base, and a couple of people that he rescued. And again, he's allies with these trolls. He's helped these trolls. So now he decides that he wants to move on and go to a random location. So he chooses a random location to go to, and naturally gets himself embroiled into another war. Gets a whole bunch of quests going on. You've got more anthropomorphic animals. You've got crocodile people. You've got raccoon people, cat people. I mean, he definitely covers the the gamut with this. He also ends up with a side quest because one of his summons, it turns out, is from this area long time ago, and they were wiped out. So of course he's got that side quest as well. And really, this actually covers a whole bunch of different side quests because it's basically he finds himself embroiled in a war that is actually started by another Earth player. Another Earth player that has risen up as the evil overlord of this area, the Emperor. And he's trying to just take over more area. And Andric, is kind of standing against him in a way, but has to do all these side quests. He's trying to help the raccoon people, but he can't do it alone. He's too low level. So they need allies. So that's what most of his side quests deal with, is trying to gain allies, trying to complete these other little side quests, rescue slaves, stuff like that help gain allies, while in addition reclaiming the ancestral lands of one of his summon and his wife, because he marries his summons, so that they could rebuild the tribe, the original tribe that was wiped out. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in this book. There's all kinds of things going on in this book. The plot is extremely well written, and all these side things that all tie back in together. They're fascinating, and you got to know. You want to know what happens next every single time, and just the world, the way the world works, and the way the magic works, and the way the summons work. It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. It's different than any other book I've read. So yeah, I absolutely cannot wait for book 3, because this one definitely ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger. All right, a lot bit of a cliffhanger. So going into the writing style, it's just like the first one. The character is the character is a thinker. Definitely likes to think things through, sometimes overthink things. The summons, the women, kind of run the gamut from lustful sex demon to your snarky wife to some of them. I mean, a couple of them almost act like teenage girls. It covers the whole wide range, but. So it's not as super snarky and smart assy as a lot of the books I tend to read, but it's so well written. Like I said, you pull those adult pages out of them, and you probably have a 350 page book, fantasy book that's just incredible. It's just absolutely 350 page lit RPG fantasy book that's just absolutely phenomenal. This book is very superior to Battlemaster's Gambit. That was a great book. The Battlemaster's Gambit was a really, really, really good book. Battlemaster Skirmish is leagues beyond that. I mean, it's not like he got better by 10% or 5% or something. This is a generational improvement. It's incredible. Like I said, I could not put it down. I finished this so quick. If I wasn't working, if I didn't start it while I was at work, I probably would have. I'm not kidding. I probably would have finished this book in an hour. I mean, I was just flying through it. Didn't look up. If it was a 5 million page book, I'd be a dead, desiccated husk sitting off in the corner because I'd forget to drink, I'd forget to eat, I'd forget to do anything. So great book. I can't say enough about it. It's really, really good, really, really gripping. So after you guys hit the like and subscribe button, go check out Battlemaster Skirmish by Nathan Pierce. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.